John. Now, the spectre of deflation. We stop to buy stuff today because we think it'll be cheaper tomorrow. That keeps the European Central Bank up at night. And today its boss, Mario Draghi, pulled out the last bazooka he has left to prevent deflation from happening. 0% interest rates, i.e. if you don't spend your cash now, it'll just wither away, and more quantitative easing. In other words, every month he will pump 80 billion and not 60 billion euros into the Eurozone economy. It had better work. Here's our business correspondent, Helia Ibrahimi.
People have been talking about Mario Draghi's big bazooka for years. Today, he fired it. But within hours, his weapon to rescue the Eurozone looked more like a water gun, raising doubts that it was enough to win this economic war.
This comprehensive package has been calibrated to further ease financing conditions, stimulate new credit provision, and thereby reinforce the momentum of the euro area's economic recovery.
The result was a rollercoaster ride for markets. The euro first plummeting, then bouncing again when Mr. Draghi started to speak. Initially, the package of measures looked dramatic, but soon the central banker poured cold water on hopes of further rate cuts, shocking the market for a second time that day. So what did Mr. Draghi do exactly? Firstly, he cut the main interest rate to a historic 0%. Bank deposit rates were cut even further, right into negative territory, to minus 0.4%. Another 20 billion euros of money will be printed by the ECB every month. That cash will be used to buy corporate bonds on top of government debt. And there's a new scheme to pump liquidity into the banking system.
This is them really thinking about how can we get money moving. The recovery has been too slow, inflation is still too low. What can we do to really make sure we're seeing a higher volume of credit growth and in turn business and consumer spending? And particularly I think a focus on credit and the banks and what they can do to assist the banks to make sure they're lending and providing credit to the economy.
The early winners of the day were the banks, shares soaring across Deutsche Bank, Societe Generale and UniCredit. The price of insuring against bank collapses also became cheaper, with markets more confident that they would not have funding problems. This was credit easing on steroids.
Today's raft of measures is undoubtedly a boost to bank liquidity. Basically, if you're a lender, you're getting paid to push credit to the real economy. The problem is the real economy in the Eurozone is not doing that well, so the demand for new loans is simply not there. Making them cheaper is simply not going to move the dial that much. The added dimension is that for months there's been speculation about the health of the banking sector. Now, today's action will help secure that sector, but it underlines how serious the problems are that the ECB needed to step in at all.
So while the market rejoiced, then recoiled from Mr. Draghi's measures, the unhappy sentiment seemed to conclude the monetary policy cupboard was bare. The more he said he would do whatever it takes, the less markets seemed to believe him.